Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel and a new video on survival multiplayer with Daggerwin. It's January, as you can see, and that is going to be an extremely busy month for us, or day. I don't know how it's got to 4 in the afternoon already. That's a bit of a shame. I think we need to slow time down even more, just to make sure we can sell everything at its best price. But we have got all of the lettuce to do, first of all. We've got a load of lettuce pallets. This is going to be quite a challenge though. Pallet handling in multiplayer is always more challenging than in single player because of the delays and just the because it's multiplayer basically. It's just not very easy. So we'll get on with this now. It's bound to be a few accidents. Hopefully it won't go too badly. I'm hoping it won't be as bad as last episode, which was just a disaster really. Everything seemed to go wrong for me last episode. Yes, I didn't have a very good time. Not just with the game, but also with my sound as well, which on the microphone didn't record, or at least it didn't record at full volume, so I had to re-record everything, or re-record the spoken dialogue anyway. So it was not a great episode for me. The bugs in the game will of course still be here, because I don't think there's been an update in the last couple of days, but at least we know about them now. The strapping bug particularly is the one that was causing me lots of issues. Oh, there's the first accident. Daggerwin's just thrown them everywhere. You have to be so careful with these pallets, especially in multiplayer. They just seem to move around on their own. Very strange. Yeah, so the strapping problem, I think, hopefully, will be okay with these pallets. They're not going far anyway. They're only going literally over there. That thing has a mind of its own. Yeah, I prefer using the industrial forklifts, counterbalance forklifts, if you want to call them. They're the best ones, I think, for doing pallet handling like this. I find the telehandlers and the skid steers can be a bit harder because of the way they turn. They're not too bad. The skid steer I'd say is the worst. I really don't like using the skid steers for pallet handling. I find them quite hard work. Anything with tracks, basically, I don't like driving on the game. But yeah, the telehandler's not too bad, I suppose. But I'm sure we're going to have a few problems, because there always is when we're loading pallets. But I'll get on with this now anyway, and it won't look so painful to watch when it's speeded up. So hope for the best, and we'll get on with this now. Right, that's it. So it's all the pallets loaded after these ones that better not speak too soon, because these might go off. Oh no, nearly. Trying to drop these down, and then we'll be loaded. I'm sure that's going to fall off. Yeah, first one, of course, because I'm not concentrating enough because I'm trying to talk, and it immediately falls off. Okay, yeah, that's one of the bugs of the strapping bug that we seem to have, is that all the pallets disappear when you strap them. That's another problem we've been having. They are on there, I think, hopefully. But yeah, they all disappear when you strap, which is very, very weird. And like I say, this bug has only appeared very recently, since the last game update, so I think they've fixed a few things and then broken the strapping. I'm not quite sure. But yeah, as a few of you said, it is quite frustrating. Wish they could just bring out an update with no bugs in it. It would be great. I really hope they haven't all disappeared. No, I think they are still on there. But I wouldn't guarantee that they're actually strapped. Even though it shows they're strapped, I wouldn't guarantee that. I would say they probably will still fall off if he's not careful, so I hope he's going to drive carefully with that. It's not going fast, so we should be okay. I hope. Okay, so next we've got the wood chip pallets to sell. So we'll get attracted on the auto stacker. I think the class tractor probably is the best one. It's not too far away, there it is. So drop the sprayer off and pick up the bale auto stacker, which is, I'm not sure. I normally leave it in that lean-to thing there on the shed, but I am not sure where it is. Oh, there it is. I see it. It's by the chickens, so we'll hitch up to this and we'll go and start loading up the wood chip bales, and we'll go and sell those because the best price for them is January as well, I believe. And hopefully Daggerwin is about to sell those pallets. Yes, they are coming in there. Okay, so 213,000 plus a 3,000 bonus for those, if that's all of them. There might be more. Yes, there are more. Wow. Okay, so the lettuce is definitely worth it with a larger amount of pallets. We're definitely going to hit £1 million today. First time hitting £1 million on this series. We're almost at 900 now. We haven't even sold any of these bales. Although this will take a while. Just got to manually load them all up. Or not saying manually, it's one at a time. Individually load them all up, I should say. We are using the auto stacker after all. So I don't know what we got in total for the lettuce, but it was certainly quite a lot. I don't know what the money was on. Didn't study the number that it was on before he sold any, so I'm not sure what we got in total, but we're virtually at 900,000 now, and I reckon we'll probably get at least a couple of 100,000 for these bales, if not more. So yeah, we'll easily hit £1 million today, which would be absolutely amazing, considering we literally started with no money at all, zero in the bank. All we had was a few small tractors. I think, was it 2 or 3 small tractors, that was it, in a trailer. So yeah, pretty impressive. And one or two other little pieces as well, like a mower, small walk behind mower, I think we had. But yeah, nothing significant, certainly no big machinery. So yeah, even though it wasn't quite the same type of survival challenge as it has been in previous games, just mainly because of the map, because there wasn't a suitable survival map available at the time we started this, because we started this like the week after this game was released, so there was no maps, no mod maps available. So yeah, it's not been quite the same as normal, but I think it's still been an enjoyable series, and it's not quite the end yet. I don't know when we're going to finish it, but I do feel that it's probably getting towards the time when we should start thinking about moving to a different map, because we've been going on this one for quite a while now. I would like to finish the playground, but I think looking at how, or what other people are saying about how far progressed we are with it, again, it's about 50%, I think, so it's taken all this time to do half of it. It's unlikely we're going to be finishing it, which is a shame, but we've got to move on at some point. We can't just keep doing the playground and nothing else. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see what we're doing. I'm not sure. It's really up to Daggerwin. Really, it's more Daggerwin's server than mine. I just joined Daggerwin to help him out, really, and obviously in some series we do a competitive, so we're against each other, which some of you might want to see again. It's been a while since we did a competitive multiplayer. We've done quite a few survival multiplayers recently. Okay, there we are, fully loaded with 24 bales, so we'll head off to the sell point with these. I don't know where the best price is. Let's check that. Wood chip, it'll be right down the bottom. Yeah, January is the best month, and the best price, which doesn't vary too much. The best price is the animal dealer, which I think, is that the best? No. Oh, Goldcrest Valley, we're not doing that though. I don't fancy doing the train. It's easier to drop them here, just for a tiny bit less. The animal dealer, I believe, is there. Yes, that's the normal place we take them to. So I will head up there now with the first load and then come back for the next one. Okay, so I've sold 2 loads there, and we're up to almost 1.3 million. Daggerwin just sold a load of straw bales, and now he's off to sell that load. There's still some more left though, and of course we do have some wood chips, at the sawmill. Let's go and look at that. We can look at it on here. That one. Yeah, we've got 44,400 litres of wood chips up there, so we can go and collect that with the trailer. We'll use the lorry and the big red trailer. That's probably the best thing. So we'll drop this flatbed off. At least we don't have to worry about strapping a grain trailer bulk tipper. It's yeah, that's one good thing. Also, with the auto stacker there, we don't have to strap anything onto that. That's good. So yeah, we'll hitch up to the big red tipper, and we'll go and collect the wood chip from the sawmill and take that to the animal dealer as well. So yeah, we're going to be making some massive money today. We started off the episode with about 600,000, I think, just over, and we've now got 1.3 million, about to be about 1.4.5 or 5 million. With Daggerwin sells the next load. There we go. Yep. Oh, he's not sold it all in one go. I was trying to sell them all together so that we could see how much we'll get for each load. But it's about 174,000, I think, plus a bonus for each load. So yeah, almost at 1.5 million now. And we've still got another few bales to sell, and whatever's in the sawmill, 44,000 litres in the sawmill. So I'll go and collect that now and get that sold. Okay, so we've just got all of the corn sold as well as the wood chip, and Daggerwin sold the rest of the wood chip bales as well, and some other bits and pieces. I'm not sure what he was actually selling there, but he's got some more stuff sold anyway, which has brought us up to almost 1.7 million. Wow, I wish it was as easy as that to go from 600,000 to 1.7 million in a day. Anyway, it's now February, we've moved forward a month. Yeah, we'll have to look at what other jobs. We're just moving these pallets of wool for a start, because there's quite a few here which need moving out of the way. I wish the spawn area was a bit bigger for the wool pallets, and it's weird as well. I've said before why there's always a gap. There's one space which never gets filled even though there's a gap there, so I don't know why it's doing that. I'm pretty sure that's not right. There is room for one more pallet to spawn which never does spawn. So yeah, it's filling up faster than it needs to. Just could do with a few more pallet spaces here, that's all, and then we wouldn't have to worry about it overflowing every night or getting full. Oh, I had them all there. Let's try again. No, it doesn't like that. I think because there's a slight ridge there. Anyway, I'll take these round to the spinnery. We've got actually loads of fabric to sell as well, but I don't think the fabric's ready to sell yet. I think that'll be May. I think May's the best month for fabric, so yeah, we won't be able to do anything with that today, I don't think. But certainly when we do come to sell that, that's going to be another huge load of money coming in. I think we've kind of got to the point where we've got so much money now, and not really nothing to spend it on. We could keep buying land, of course, but then we can't really manage it all. if we get too much land, it's difficult to keep on top of everything. So yeah, I think we are getting to the stage where probably this series is about as progressed as we can sort of go, apart from the playground. That's the only disappointment. I really would like to finish the playground, but it's just it's not going to happen, I don't think. It's just too slow. It's a shame they didn't make it a little bit more achievable for people who don't want to spend 500 hours on one game save. Because yeah, I don't know what this one is. I think my other one now is about 160 hours. I think I'm about halfway through the temple on that one. I would imagine this is a bit less because we don't play this one as often as I do my single player. So yeah, probably about 120 hours on this one, I would imagine, somewhere around there. So we need to pretty much play that amount again to get the playground complete. So at least I would say 240 hours of gameplay at least, I would say. Unless of course you just speed up time, you can do that. I suppose a lot of people are doing that rather than spending 250 hours playing one game. But yeah, it is just still quite a long time to get it finished. So I'm not sure what we're doing next. I think Daggerwin was talking about maybe building some sheds. Try that. Building some sheds in this field, turning that field into part of the yard maybe. That would be quite a good idea for some more storage, because we are getting a few machines now sort of kept outside. That combine is a good example. It'd be nice to have a shed for the combine to stay in, and the trailers and stuff. So yeah, we may do that today on that field, concrete part of that field, or maybe all of it, and then build some sheds on there. I'll just finish moving these pallets for a start, and then we'll see what we're doing. Just got back from soil sampling field number 90, which is the one we bought a couple of episodes ago, which was the cornfield. So that's all soil sample now, so if we do put another crop into that, it'll have the we'll have the information for it at least to put the correct amount of fertiliser and lime on. I imagine we need quite a lot of lime. Yeah, so a lot of these fields look like they need lime. So yeah, we need to do some lime spreading at some point if we're going to do another load of crops. But yeah, one of the suggested things to do was to build some more storage sheds, because we kind of don't have that much space. I mean, we've got quite a lot of storage space, but it wouldn't hurt to have a few more sheds. There's not a lot of space in the yard itself to build them, really, not without being in the way, because it's nice to have a nice open area to sort of drive around in and move things around. So it would be nice to have another area for storage. I'm just wondering, this is the area that Daggerwin suggested, this field here. I'm just wondering whether if we go over to the far end of the field, would it be best to have it near the yard, or should we try and keep this field as a field and then just build on the end of it? That's either end. I'm not sure whether that end or this end really. I would say that this is more, oh, I don't know really, it's not ideal. There's no ideal solution, I don't think, to where to put the sheds. But because that's not quite a decent sized field really, it'd be a shame to get rid of that. But we can't build on that one because that's our poplar, and we can't build on that one because that's the animal enclosure. And the yard itself, I mean, we could take these trees down. but then that's a lot of work. Especially this sort of later on in the series. I don't know whether we want to be taking all the trees down here. We built the workshop, or I built the workshop last episode, which is useful. It means we can repair at the yard. But yeah, we could do with some more storage sheds. So yeah, it's just a question of where to do it, really. Where's the best place to build them? So just got into the sheds menu now, and we're going to look at what there is available to build. I like doing this, but I also don't like doing this because I don't want to make a mistake. That's my biggest concern. Putting something in the wrong place, it doesn't really work. So I want to try and make sure that we put the right shed in the right place. I think that's quite a good one. We could take just the end of that field and have it sort of as a, not as part of the main yard, but like a separate storage shed over here. I think that would work. And then we'd still have this field as a field. We wouldn't lose the whole thing. We could put it as far back as possible, although not on the slope. Got to be careful not to build on the slope because that will cause problems. Where are the doors on this shed? I think it's those. There's one on the back and one and two on the front, I think. So, yeah, this is not cheap, this shed, but I think we've got 1.7 million in the bank, nearly 1.8 million now. We should be okay. Yeah, so we could build it here, roughly, I would say. I hope this is a good one, this shed. I don't want to put the wrong shed up and have it cause problems. Either not being able to fit machinery in. I want one that the combine will fit into, ideally. So it would be a bit of a disaster if the combine doesn't actually fit into this. But I would like to try one of these bigger sheds here. Let's just quickly check what else there is. I don't think there's... No, these are not really... No. That's not really suitable. It needs to be a proper big shed, really. They're too small. We've already got one of them. These ones are always good. They're very cheap and very big, very tall, and you can fit a lot in them. But they're not proper sided sheds like the big one I just had then. This is alright. We could put that there maybe, or... See, that's almost the same size as that other one, and it's a lot cheaper. It's not 300,000 like this one. Wow, that's a good one though. Although, it doesn't look very tall, does it? That looks super low. Would you get the combine in that? You might. It might be deceptive, it might be bigger than it looks. Just trying to put it next to the combine to see if the combine fits in. Yeah, I think it does do. Should we try that one then? That is a huge shed. That is a really big shed. Sorry about taking a long time over this, but I want to try and put the right shed in the right place as much as possible. And then do we put it sort of on this side of the field or across the back of the field? I think we'll go with that. It's very expensive, but because of the money we've got in the bank account now, it's okay. It's one of the few opportunities that we get to actually spend some big money on the shed, because normally we don't have enough money. Oh, even more just come in there. Okay, let's build this. Let's build that there and hope for the best. Oof, that is a lot of money spent. And then we need to do some landscaping, painting, try and get it to match the same colour, which it isn't. That one. So yeah, it's a shame to lose some of this field though. But a lot of you have been asking for storage, so I'm sure most of you are not going to be too happy, not too unhappy about this. I'm sure that most of you want to see more storage sheds being built. So I'm hoping we're making the right choice here. I don't want to concrete over the whole field. I just want to build an area in front of the shed so that we don't have to drive in the crops to get stuff in and out of the shed. That's the only problem. So we're going to have to sacrifice some of this field. Just so that we can actually move vehicles in and out of the shed without driving over the crop. Is that enough? It's difficult to tell. We'll give that a go. Let's get the combine and see if we can put that in the shed. So we'll start the combine up and we'll see if we can get it in the shed. That is a big shed. When you compare it to some of the other ones we've got here, that is quite an impressive storage shed. So I think we'll... Daggerwin just driving through it. I know he's gone in front of it. It's so far away, it's hard to tell. But yeah, no, at least we haven't lost this field. We've still got some area here to grow a crop on. And yeah, I don't think I've come out too far there. It's about right, I would say. It is enormous, the shed. Wow. Yeah, I've never built a shed as big as this before, ever, on Farming Simulator. It's funny, they don't look that big until you actually place them down. When you're just on that menu zoomed out, like a drone view, they don't look that impressive, but when you actually get into them with a machine, you realise just how enormous they actually are. How much would this cost in real life? Well, I'm assuming around about 340,000, based on what it costs in the game. That is a big shed. So yeah, we'll move a few bits of equipment over, the ones that are sort of laying around outside, and then that'll look a lot neater. There we go. So Daggerwin's just bringing a few more bits over. I don't think we need to empty all of our old sheds, though. I'm not quite sure I was moving everything over, but never mind. It was just supposed to be for the excess. But yeah, we've certainly got enough space now to store anything, pretty much, because we've still got all of the old sheds as well, and the big new one here. So definitely worth building, I think. Hopefully you all agree that we've got enough storage now, and we don't need to build any more storage sheds. It doesn't have to be just for vehicles, of course. We could always store bales and stuff in there as well, or anything. But yeah, that is almost an aircraft hangar size shed. It's enormous. So it really makes all this big equipment look tiny. Look at the size of the quad track. A quad track is just about as big a tractor as you can possibly buy, certainly in the UK. And it looks tiny in there. Right, okay, so I think this is a good place to leave the episode now. Daggerwin is still moving things, I think, over, but I think that'll do for now. So we'll leave it there. So I really hope you enjoyed today's video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you again in the next one.